Did you know that you actually have a monopoly on something? Listen to this episode and find out what it is. Welcome to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, Alan Berg, speaker, author, sales trainer, website reviewer, here to help you in your wedding and event business sell more, profit more, and have more fun doing it. Enjoy this episode. I'm Alan Berg. Thanks for coming back for another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. Wouldn't it be nice if you actually had a monopoly on something? Something that nobody else has, nobody else can have, and nobody else ever will have. Doesn't that sound exciting? Well, you actually do. You have a monopoly on your voice, your personality, and the results that only you can provide. So how do you get this across to customers so that they realize that in hiring you, they're not just hiring another wedding and event professional, they're hiring the one and only you. So what is a monopoly? A monopoly is when you have something that nobody else has, right? So you have a product that nobody else can have or a service nobody else can have. That's tough because if I think about the services that people have for their weddings and events, there are very few people that I can think of, very few, if any, that have a monopoly. Now, even if you did come up with something new, somebody's going to copy it. Let's just face it, somebody's going to copy it. And if it's a product and it's a commodity type product, somebody's going to copy it. They're going to make it cheaper than you because they didn't have your research and development. They just bought yours and cloned it, right? So what do you really have a monopoly on? You have a monopoly on your voice. Every brand, every person, and every business has the opportunity to have a voice. Think about Target. Look at the Target ads. There's a particular voice. There's a particular feel for that. Think about Taco Bell has a particular feel, and Taco Bell's voice is different than McDonald's voice, and McDonald's voice is different than Wendy's voice, and Ritz-Carlton's voice is different than the Four Seasons voice. Every brand, every company has the opportunity to show their voice. What I see too often is you using pretty much the same voice as everybody else. I read your marketing materials, I read your website, and you're talking in a very distant way, not in a very personal way. And if your SEO, search engine optimization team, and I say team, you could have outsourced it, you could have done it yourself, when they're getting into your website heavy, it depersonalizes what you do because they're trying to stuff in these keywords so you'll come up higher in Google and Bing searches, right? That's what SEO is, search engine optimization. So the first thing you want to do is you want to optimize for the user. You want to talk to the user about what you can do for them. So if I'm reading your words and I see and hear, we can do this, or actually I was consulting just the other day with someone and they said on their website, what we do for our clients. I said, how much of your business is weddings? And they said, about 90%. I said, clients? How about couples, right? But besides the fact that it was what we do for our clients or our couples is still about you. What we do for you, our couples and clients, would have been a better way to say that. Matter of fact, that's what they're changing it to. So look at the wording on your website, look at the wording in your marketing, and read it out loud. If you read it out loud, does it sound like you? Very simple, very simple. I've done all of my own books. I've written 5 books. I've done them all in audio, and I did them because as a speaker, as a consultant, as someone that people have heard this voice before, like you are right now, if you have never read any of my books and you were to read one of my books, it would sound like this. Because when I write my voice. I put it down. Now, it's not perfect grammar, not by any means. My 9th grade English teacher would not be very happy with my grammar, but it is conversational grammar. And it does sound like me, and it is consistent with my voice. Of course, if you listen to me on Audible, on the audiobooks, you're actually hearing my voice, so I can read you my books. But here's the thing. When I did my audiobooks, I didn't have to read the page over or the chapter over before I went and did the audio. Because I wrote it so conversational, I was able to pull it up on an iPad and just speak, just read those chapters because they were me. They were my voice in the first place. They weren't over edited to the point where it didn't sound like me anymore. Your website, your marketing should sound like you. Now, there are times when on my website, I will have to switch to the third person, which is someone talking about me instead of the first person, someone talking, me talking, just my voice. Hi, I'm Alan Berg, and I'm glad you came, and I can help you this way. And the reason is I can't use my own name in the first person too often. I can say at the beginning, hi, I'm Alan Berg, thanks for coming. But if I keep saying, and Alan, that's hard. But yet I need to say Alan Berg CSP, Alan Berg Global Speaking Fellow. I need to say those things on my website. So there are places on the site where it talks more in the third person, which is that, here at Wedding Business Solutions, we can help you, whatever, so that I can use these phrases in there. When you read my website, though, even when I'm doing the third person, I'm still talking to you about you. I'm trying to use my company voice to talk to you about the results that you're going to get. And that's the key. When you speak to someone about the results that only you can provide them, they have to hire you to get them. But if you use the same wording as everybody else, and there's a lot of copying going around where someone's like, oh, there's a successful business, let me copy their marketing piece, or let me copy their wording on their website. The thing is, you don't know if that's working for them. You just see it there. And what made them successful may not be the words on their website and the words in their marketing pieces. It might simply be referrals, networking, getting business from other sources. So don't copy things if you don't know why they are not working for that other company, because you could end up copying something that doesn't work. Or worse, you'll copy something that works for someone else and it doesn't work for you because your needs, your customers, everything is different. So you have a monopoly on your voice. Go to your website, go to your marketing pieces, and think, when I'm speaking to someone in a consultation, when you're talking to a couple on the phone, on Zoom, in person, how do you speak to them? What are the things that you talk about? What are the adjectives and the verbs that you use in there to express the results that they're only going to get from you if they hire you? I was at a conference just recently, and I said, if we could live in one of these parallel universes, I wish that we could have, this was a DJ and photo booth conference. There were 3 very well-known, talented DJs in the room. There were many more than that, but there were 3 that I could call out by name. And I said, I wish that the 3 of you could do weddings for the exact same couple on the same day, at the same time, at the same location, in 3 parallel universes. So we could see that with the same couple and the same guests, and equipped with the same tools, right? Every song that you can imagine and the lighting and all the things there, that you would come up with 3 different results. We would actually get 3 different results. They would all be wonderful. The guests would be having a great time. The reviews would be phenomenal, but they would be different. And that's what you need to express, is your monopoly is the results that only you can provide. And if you're not expressing that, very often the cheaper price wins. So find your voice. Use it. There's your monopoly. I hope this helps. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Wedding Business Solutions podcast. Full transcripts of this and every episode are available on my website at alanberg.com. And if you have any questions about anything in this episode or any of the episodes, or you'd like to make a suggestion for a future topic or a guest for one of my dialogue episodes, you can email me directly at alan@weddingbusinesssolutions.com. Please subscribe to this channel, post a review if your platform allows it, and if you don't get email updates of the latest episodes, as well as upcoming workshops and masterclasses that I have, you can join at connectwithalanberg.com. I look forward to seeing you on a future episode. Thanks.